everyone, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time tuning in, my name is Stefania. Welcome to another video. If this is your first time tuning in, welcome to my channel. And in this week's video, I decided to just make a video of a week in a life of a work from home, full-time work from home / content creator. And I wanted to read you all a quote from one of my all-time favorite Christian leaders, teachers. His name is Dr. Miles Monroe. And he says, "The greatest tragedy in life is not death, but life without a purpose. Life with the wrong priorities." And I woke up this morning and I felt this so strongly to just, I didn't even so much have the words, but just to find this quote and what it truly means to live a life of purpose. And sometimes discovering your purpose is little by little, bit by bit, little walks of obedience that leads to greater and more clarity of what you are born to do. See, I believe that all of us are called to do something on this earth. And some of us may know, some of us may be just discovering that. Maybe you're in your 30s or 40s or whatever age and you're just discovering that. And for me, I really feel that my purpose is to inspire and speak life into people and to encourage and motivate people and allow people to see my life as a testament of God's existence. And if I'm being really honest, that comes with a lot. And I don't necessarily have the answers. I am just going about it every day, not giving up. For those of you who have been tuned into my channel for any amount of time, or who has been watching my journey from moving to Texas from my hometown, which is Miami, then you know that it wasn't an easy thing for me to do. And I was having this conversation with my therapist, and she brought it to my attention that that was a very bold thing to do. You don't just get up and move from your hometown all by yourself, no family, no nothing, to a new state, and it just be a little thing. And there are many people who don't get to experience that. And I'm realizing that everything that God has allowed me to experience in my life, to me, I would just take it as it's just regular, just me filming parts of me that would possibly encourage someone. But I truly find purpose and passion in what I do. For me, it's not just turning on a camera and filming me brushing my teeth, or filming me doing my skincare, or having some tea. For me, it's truly purpose, and I find passion in it. And I know that there are so many people out there who would want to know what they were born to do, what they were put on this earth to do. And for those of you who never even asked yourself that question, your life is not just here by accident. You weren't just born by accident. There's a reason why you were born, and there's a reason why you are who you are. There's a reason why you have your unique challenges and where you came from and what you're currently going through. And there are parts of my testimony that I have yet to share, but I have gone through quite a bit for being 26 and still pushing through life. There are times where I feel tired, y'all. There are times where I don't even feel like continuing to push. But one thing that I've realized about purpose is that there's this passion inside of you that won't let you quit. And when you find that reason, to continue to live, that's more than anything. Even if it's just recording videos or whatever it is that you find purpose in doing, there is a reason behind it. And there are people being impacted by it. No matter how small or insignificant it may seem, God even uses those small things. And at times we allow the voice, the outside voice, the imposter voice to talk us out or cause us to cower down and take a back seat. Like, why am I so important? Why am I going to put myself out there and do these things? But I've realized purpose and passion drives me and makes my life full of meaning. Like, there's a reason why I'm here. There's a reason why I get up and push past discouragement. Even though I don't show all of the things that I go through on camera, there are moments of discouragement. There are moments of feeling like this is pointless, of crying, of real emotions that goes behind. Every time I push this button and record a video, there are real moments. And I want my channel to be a place that doesn't only show you the highlights of this human existence, but all the realities that it comes with. And sometimes it comes with highs, it comes with lows, it comes with things just falling apart 1 minute, and then you get a glimpse of hope that everything's gonna be okay. It comes with days of not even wanting to get out of bed, and then other days when you feel like everything's gonna be okay. And that's the reality of being a content creator. It's not just making everything look aesthetically pleasing, but being real, being raw, being authentic, being genuine, being the person that God has called you to be, and hoping that it will meet someone where they're at, you know. And I had one of those moments today. I had one of those moments, and I literally, and this is one thing that I started doing, and I showed this in one of my other clips, but I started putting sticky notes in the areas that I frequently go in, like my bathroom, by my bed, and I'm gonna put them on my vanity and stuff. But it's important that we literally have the Word of God in the forefront, sometimes where you can see it. Because I've realized that especially when anxiety kicks in and your mind is just going 20 different places at once, you forget that you're not alone. You forget that there is a God and that He is with you, and you forget what His Word says. So I read this today, and I have another one in my bathroom, and it just reminds me that God is with me and I'm not alone. Everything's gonna be okay, and God is in control. So this is Philippians 4 verse 6 through 9. Do not be anxious about nothing, but in every situation, by prayer and petition with thanksgiving, present your requests to God, and the peace that surpasses all understanding will guard your heart and mind in Christ Jesus. See, anxiety creeps in when we start worrying about the future and what's going to happen and how are things going to work, how are things going to come together. And as soon as you wake up, you just remember all of these things that you have to do, all of these things that you don't know how these puzzle pieces are going to be put together. And then God's word reminds us not to be anxious. not to be anxious for anything, but pray and seek him and ask. And sometimes prayer is just a meditation of your heart. Sometimes it's a conversation. There are times where I have to have conversations with God that are very honest and very vulnerable and very real. Because as we are humans, we have 10,000 things that we worry about on a daily basis, and that wants to try to steal our peace. And God's word tells us to be anxious for nothing. Be anxious for nothing. So I know I said a lot in today's intro. I wanted to set the tone for this video, and also all of my other videos that I'm gonna be really pushing, really trying to really stay consistent, as this is something that I'm very passionate about. This is purpose for me. This is something that I look forward to doing. And as I am continuing to push in that direction, I am going to just continue to show up. And I thank you for all of you all who are new on my channel, and all the ones that have been supporting me. Thank you all for supporting me. I am gonna continue to show up. The rest of this video, I don't know all the other clips I'm gonna add into it, but I just got off of work not too long ago. Today is Friday. I am off tomorrow. And yeah, so that's just has been my day. And yeah, we're just gonna continue on, and hopefully we'll see what tomorrow has in store. So yeah. This week I am listening to content centered around emotional intelligence, and I think I'm gonna go with this podcast. Her name is, what's her name? Allison Cook. Mastering the Art of Emotional Intelligence: How to Harness the Power of Your Emotions to Improve Your Relationships. And that is something that I absolutely need. As women, we can be emotional, and sometimes those emotions get the best of us. So learning how to articulate and process your emotions and be emotionally intelligent, that's a life skill, and I'm trying to learn that. So I'm about to go to the gym and listen to this podcast. So y'all come with me and let's do this thing. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Sunday. This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. This morning I was listening to Travis Green. You waited. Hold on, let me do a little snippet. Where would I be? Listen, I don't know about y'all, but when I think about the goodness of God and where he has taken me from to where I am now, my soul cries out, shouts. I just have this outward expression of the goodness of God. If you don't know Jesus, get to know him, y'all. He is life. Life. So I am getting ready for church this morning. I am doing a soft, let me not say soft and then go dramatic, but I'm doing some makeup. I have about 45 minutes to get ready, so I'm doing a little skincare. I have been using this vitamin C glow oil for going on a year and a half now, faithfully. This has not steered me the wrong way. And yeah, and I'm also gonna go in with some primer once I'm done with that. Y'all see the glow? Look at that. Most important part of makeup for me is that skincare. You gotta have good skincare underneath the makeup. And then I'm gonna go in with this primer here, and we're just gonna do our thing. Gonna do some of that. And I'm going to be on time today. I'm going to be on time today. In Jesus' name, I will. Make it to church early today. And you guys like the little low bun that I did? It's gonna match the dress that I'm wearing today. And I'm gonna go in with my eyebrow gel. I've been using this eyebrow gel for a while now. It's the CoverGirl. So we will continue to use it. My eyebrows are starting to grow out. Okay, let's talk about emotional intelligence. Yes, I done heard one podcast about emotional intelligence. Now I am the guru. I'm just kidding. But no, let's talk about emotional intelligence. First things first, Allison, she did a good job at explaining that it is okay for us to have emotions. God created us with emotions, of course. The emotions are not bad. It is how you regulate those emotions that runs your life. You're not supposed to allowing your emotions to rule you, but you manage and regulate your own emotions. And there was this example she gave in the scriptures about how when everybody came to Jesus and they were about to stone this woman that they found in adultery, he asked them, you know what? He was calm, he was regulated, he gathered himself, and he asked them, you who is without sin, cast the first stone. And she illustrates that he got down in the sand, was cool, calm, and collected, and asked them a question. And if you read that take on that particular incident, you'll see that none of them threw the stone, so they were with sin. And Jesus was able to discern that, and he was able to problem solve in a way that was not emotional. He didn't get off his post. He didn't meet them at their level. He was very strategic with his emotions. And one of the things that Allison says is an important part of emotional intelligence is first being aware. That's number one. Being aware of the emotion when it happens, because you can't regulate something that you're not aware of. And for you to give yourself permission to be aware of it, you have to stop feeling shameful for those emotions and just give yourself permission to feel. We are not robots. We are human beings, and God gave us feelings and emotions for a reason. Again, you're not supposed to allow, it's not good for you to allow your emotions to rule you. But I think that in situations, especially in situations where you did not see it coming, are moments where you get to practice. So number one, she says emotional awareness. Being aware of the emotion when it happens, when you're triggered by something, or when something upsets you, or when you're just sad, or whatever emotion it may be. Fill in the blank: anxious, angry, tired, overwhelmed. When you feel the emotion, you become aware of it. You don't suppress it. You don't deny it. Being aware of it helps you regulate it. And she says, after you're aware of the emotion, then you can begin to regulate it. And she gives different examples of regulating your emotions through various exercises, taking deep breaths, breathing in, breathing out. Also journaling. That's something that I am going to get back into, is journaling. Having an outlet where you can safely express those emotions. And sometimes that's also with a counselor, with someone who is non-judgmental, to have an outlet for those emotions and not feel like you have to quickly suppress them. And I'm going in with this e.l.f. I'm gonna spray some on the beauty blender. So let me see here. So she first says to become aware of it. And this is something that I did not necessarily learn growing up. You know, in a Caribbean household, let's just say that, you learn that emotions, or the expression of emotions, is weakness. You learn that if you are over emotional, or if you display any amount of emotion, that's abnormal. What is that? You know, and you are subconsciously, even if it's not said, you are subconsciously programmed in a way to believe that emotions are bad. And growing up, I never felt that. I never truly understood that we have emotions for a reason, and suppressing them makes you like this robot through life that doesn't feel. And as human beings, we were created to feel. That is one of the ways that God wired us to connect and to be a part of community and things like that. So if you're not feeling, if you're numb, that's not good. And in our culture, sometimes we pride ourselves at being heartless or being cold-hearted. That's not a flex, because later on, those emotions that you've suppressed for so long, they're gonna show up. They're gonna show up in other ways. Suppress them for so long and didn't give yourself permission to feel. So I say all of that to say, in this season, give yourself permission to feel. That is one of the things that I'm learning. Don't shame yourself for the emotion. Express it, become aware of it, and regulate it. And I guess the next step for me now is learning healthy ways to regulate my emotions when I begin to feel them, and not react but respond. There's a difference. There's a difference between reacting and responding. And sometimes if you're not aware of your emotions, you react. And a lot of the times those responses are, how can I put it? Impulsive. That's the word I'm looking for. Impulsive. And you don't have control. And again, our emotions are not supposed to rule us. We're supposed to have control over them. So as a growing woman in multiple spaces, that is a skill that I'm doing my best to master. Now, I'm not perfect at it. I am still trying every day, and it's easier said than done. I can easily say this now because I'm not triggered and nothing is pissing me off or getting on my nerves. But I think with time, as I'm becoming aware of certain patterns, it becomes easier to make that adjustment. So, my beautiful people, that is what I'm learning. I am learning emotional regulation, emotional intelligence. Easier said than done, especially for women. But it could be done. So if you find yourself in the similar point, I would highly recommend that podcast. I'm gonna link it down below for those of you who are interested. I would highly recommend it. It was a really great tool. And she's a believer. I like listening to content that are biblically based and balanced, not just spiritual but the natural, and not just the natural but the spiritual, because you can't have one without the other. You gotta have both. So I'm gonna link it down below for those of you who are interested in also learning about emotional intelligence. I'll link that down below, and I am going to just put a song over the rest of this video so I can continue getting ready, and I will come back on the camera when I'm ready to show you all my outfit. So let's get into it. Okay, now look, y'all, this is the phase, and that is the dress that I'm gonna wear. This is from Shein. Hopefully it fits. I'm a little nervous, we'll see, but I'm about to put it on. Okay, so the dress does fit, and this is how it looks. It is so cute. It has these little pockets for your thumb. This dress, I got it from Shein. And I am going to do this gold earrings. I also got this off of Shein, and I'm gonna do this bracelet along with these rings. Can't see them, but these rings. And then I'm gonna do Givenchy for my fragrance. I love this. I love this fragrance. Do this cute nude bag here. I gotta fix this, but I'm gonna do this bag here. Okay, now I'm just gonna do the little video for Instagram. I don't want to be running late, so I'm kind of gonna rush through this. Y'all are just gonna see me do the rest of this. And as far as the shoes, I'm not sure if I'm gonna go either with these plain nude ones or these pointed ones. I don't know, depending on how I look, I may do the pointed ones because I feel like it matches with the dress a little bit better. Or I may do the nude. I don't know, I'm still gonna decide. We're gonna see which one looks better. Now I'm about to press play on the camera and we're gonna do this. Hey y'all, okay, so it's been a day. It has been a day, but this is the part where I am getting ready to make cooking content. And a little backstory, I started cooking, how long ago was this? Ever since I could remember. I remember being a young girl and helping my mom out in the kitchen. So I have been cooking for a while. I just recently discovered that I'm actually really good at it and my food actually tastes good. So I have been cooking since 2019, like doing little videos. I remember I was at my first studio apartment that I had when I was back in Miami. I used to be making cooking videos in my small little studio. You know, the kitchen is right there, the bathroom is right there, and then the living room is right there. So I used to be cooking meals in there. I used to be recording it. And then I moved to a bigger studio apartment, cooking, making videos. And now I'm here in Texas and I have still stuck with that. Only this time I have a bigger, nicer space to actually cook in. So that is the little backstory behind me doing what I do in terms of Stefania's kitchen and why I enjoy cooking. And that's one of the things that I am passionate about and I find purpose in doing as well, is cooking. So you all are gonna see that side of me a lot more in my upcoming videos, and hopefully you enjoy. I also, as you can tell earlier in the vlog, I love to dress up, I love to look good, I like to smell good, I like to look nice. So I also do fashion videos on my page. So you mix the speaking life with the fashion, with the cooking, and you got Stefania. So that is me, that is what I do. And in today's video, well, in this clip, I am gonna be cooking barbecue chicken, mac and cheese, kale greens, and cornbread. And y'all are gonna see the moving parts of what it actually takes to make a cooking video. Most times when I post the 30 or 60-second clips, y'all only see that snippet. But most time it takes me an hour and a half to get all the clips, get the different angles, then edit the video, and then post it. So there are a lot of moving parts that it takes to actually run this whole show. And I am fortunate and blessed enough to have a kitchen, to have a camera and lights and all of the things that I have to be able to produce content. The only thing that I ask is that y'all support, share, subscribe, comment, all of the things, and engage with me. You know, I'm trying to go up there, you know, levels. I'm trying to like really do this thing. I need y'all help. I can't do it by myself. So that is enough of me talking. That's a little backstory, because I never actually gave y'all a backstory. I'll just film me cooking and all of the things, but I never truly gave a backstory. I truly do find passion in cooking, and that is actually one of my love languages, is acts of service. So I genuinely enjoy cooking, enjoy serving, and things like that. So let's get to the kitchen. How do you call it? I'm gonna get my ring light, and then I don't know where I should position you guys. First, show y'all the ingredients that I'm gonna use. So this is the kale that I'm gonna use. I'm gonna make it with some leftover sausage. I'm gonna add some onions in there as well. This is the cornbread mix that I'm gonna use. I typically use another one, but this is what we have for now, so we're gonna use what I got. Okay. And this is the mac and cheese that I'm gonna be using. This is the Velveeta mac and cheese, and I am using honey barbecue sauce for the chicken. I just like the honey barbecue sauce a lot better, so that's the one I'm gonna be using. And there was one more thing. The chicken is defrosting in the sink, so I'm gonna set y'all up somewhere you can actually see me do all of this. I think I might just do it. I think that's where you could see me do what I do. Yeah, I'm gonna go get the ring light. Okay, a little FYI about the equipment that I actually use to make this happen. I have this tripod, Sensine. This is the brand. I have been using this trusted tripod we've been rocking for about a year now, about a year and a half. She hasn't steered me wrong yet, so I'm gonna stick beside her. And I use my phone. I typically record with the back camera, and I move it with different positions depending on the type of clip that I want to catch in the video that I'm making. And there are times where I would use this portable light if I want a closer shot. If I'm at the stove and I want a closer shot into the food that I'm actually making or mixing, I use this for a close range shot. And I also use this ring light here. I'm gonna plug it in now, y'all gonna see the difference. Setup, I'm going to set this one up here. Got my phone. And I'm gonna take this off for now because I'm not using it just yet. So I'm just gonna sit it here, and this is what I'm gonna be using as of now. I like to put it in the corner here of where the ring light actually is, just so it could give me like a good shot, you know? And of course I gotta do test shots, because you be thinking you look good and the whole time camera be doing what it does. So I like to start off here. I like to start off there. And we're gonna get a clip of, I usually do different clips. This is the first clip. I'm gonna start off here, getting all of the stuff that I'm gonna need for this meal. So I'm gonna start now. Okay, now we got everything else working here. I am now about to make the sauce for the mac and cheese. This is the ingredients for the greens. And here is the chicken that I'm gonna make for the barbecue. I am boiling it first in some seasoning. That's what I typically do before I put it in the oven. Here I am working on the sauce. As y'all can see, this is my little setup here. And yeah, we're just doing the thing. Proceed with the flour, and I just made a mess. A little bit. everyone. So we have reached the end of this vlog. Thank you all for tuning in and supporting. And before you head out, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All three of them. And once you've done that, comment a heart down below to let me know that you tuned in to the end of this vlog. Until next time, y'all have a blessed day. Bye.